Welcome back to Access Anime. I'm Henshin Ikeda, and today we're going to be reviewing Naruto Shippuden episode 282. Now, I like this episode to a point, but I felt ripped off, plain and simple. But let me get down and into it, and I'll save my rating till the end as well as any more comments I have. We open up the episode with Naruto and Killer Bee going straight into the Allied territory, trying to go to the front lines. Now, I didn't see this coming, although I had more of a hint from the last episode, but Lady Tsunade and A, which is Killer Bee's brother, but not real brother, appear out of nowhere, ready to go. Now, what's interesting about this fight is they're there just to stop Naruto and Killer Bee from entering the fight that's supposedly going to happen soon, because they're afraid the Genkrais are going to be stolen or something to that extent. Because Naruto and Killer Bee are the aces in the Allied forces' sleeves, per se. But anyways, Lady Tsunade is against killing Naruto, but she's up to defending whatever the council has decided. Like, she's part of the Allied forces, she can't make a decision as the Hokage anymore. It's like a joint effort, so she can't really side with Naruto, even though that's what she wants to do, and we see it. But it's like, no, she's not going to do it. But Killer Bee's brother, A, which is the Rasikage, I always pronounce that wrong, I'm just going to call him A, is head on trying to ready to kill Naruto. It's like, you may be my brother, B, but you know what? I want to take him out first. And it looked like we're going to see Naruto and A on a fight, right? It was so sweet. This is what we wanted to see. And then, you know what A did? He dug really deep and said something about Naruto's father. Forget his name, Minato. And because apparently A came across fighting Naruto's father in the past, and Naruto's father was the only other shinobi that was able to best him at speed, because A is really fast as well, but the yellow flash was even faster, and it left an impression. But then A started making, like, not fun in general, but trying to make a point that Naruto's father failed, and Naruto's father, Minato, was supposed to be like the savior of, but he's dead, and he's like, well, where does that leave you? Your father, he failed. And then you see Naruto go down, his eyes, like, this is the moment we were waiting for. He's gonna take his rage out, and it's like an emotional moment, and you're like, come on, Naruto, let's power up, let's do something. And wouldn't you know it, Killer Bee jumps in front and self-sacrifices himself, saying, no, man, it's you and me, brother. It's like, no. This is what A says, I have to have Naruto. And this is when Lady Tsunade pops in and says, we can't do this. You can't kill someone. You may be the commander, A, but this is a joint effort, and I don't believe anyone else would side with you on this. So apparently we don't care what Lady Tsunade says anymore, so we're just focused on A versus Naruto, but Killer Bee jumps in and bumps fists with his brother. And then we have a flashback moment, which I feel was a waste of time, but that's just me because I thought it was a waste of time. We see how B, which is A's brother, before A was even Hokage, well, the Hokage of his particular village, and he was being raised. You see B, how he became his partner, and now it's called like the A-B team. That's what they're called. And what I don't understand is B was always like, he always had the exact same personality, but A was actually cool when he was like a little younger, even though he was, he's still older, but he bumped fists with his brother. That's how Killer Bee learned to bump fists. And you see, A now, and he's really not that hip. And but anyways, I'm getting a little off topic here. After we see the flashback of how B became A's brother and how B is his bodyguard as a child, so it's kind of interesting. They train their children to be bodyguards. So B was picked out of like a couple of kids because he was the only one that was able to hit the mannequin or the dummy in one of the trials they had. So he was chosen to be A's bodyguard, and they were like in sync, like a tag team, A and B tag team. And you also see Killer Bee's actual cousin, his real life cousin, who actually is a Genkrai, or was a Genkrai. He was supposed to be the best, and this is, I guess, what they were kind of grooming B for. He was going to take over the Genkrai that was in his cousin, but his cousin had a lot of good hopes, and he keeps saying, well, I'm missing something, but if I can find that something, I can be the best there is. But sadly, Killer Bee's cousin ends up passing away, and that's when Killer Bee becomes the Genkrai, and he has the 8 tails inside of him. Now, again, I was hoping for more than just one fight here. I was hoping to see Lady Tsunade jump in, or Naruto versus A, but we really don't get to see this, because after the flashback, you see, I guess you can see more of Naruto's father and mother, all this emotional stuff that's been building up, but once the flashback is done, we really don't see anything else. I mean, we get straight down on the battle, and Killer B is in front of Naruto. He's taking on his brother, and they're still bumping fists. And because of that flashback moment we see, A now understands, maybe there's something my brother does have. Maybe, it looks like he's about to back down. Like A's about to back down because of the flashback moment he had. But we don't get to see that. So we're kind of screwed over for now until we see next episode. But we can kind of understand where we're at. Now we know more about A and B's background of their real relationship, because they're not really brothers. They're not blood related. But we do know how B became A's partner, and how he also became the 8-tail Genkrai. So that's where we're at right now in Naruto Shippuden, episode 282. I'm dying to see the next episode. I rarely ever say that, but I'm hoping for maybe Naruto versus A, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. So I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5 rating, because it definitely was there, the emotional part where we could see more of the yellow flash and Naruto's background, like family-wise. But the downside of this, because we actually saw in part of the flashback of A's flashback with Killer B, we see them battling the yellow flash, which is Naruto's father. Okay, I'll say this again, Naruto's father is amazing, and he's so nice. Even when he had Killer B's brother, Killer B, he was right behind him with I always forget what it's called, but he has his knife right behind him, his kunai knife. Killer B had his kunai knife. They're like in a deadlock, and you hear Naruto's dad say, and Minato say, "You really aren't my enemy. I kind of like you." And that's like where the flashback ended. It was like, just because of that flashback where we get to see Yellow Flash, I want to give it a 5 out of 5. But in the whole episode, I have to give this a 4 out of 5, only because we didn't get to see a battle scene. So again, there was no battle scene, no Naruto versus A, and no Killer V versus A. So that's probably next episode. So again, a little disappointed. So I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. But let me know what you think. Definitely let me know what you think. Comment down below. Subscribe above. Comment. Thumbs up. Thumbs down. Follow me on Twitter if you want. I'll leave all the links down below. And that pretty much ends it for my walkthrough and review. Let's see. Before I go, I also wanted to say I'm probably going to be doing a lot of stuff during my weekend, since I have a lot of free time. I'm going to be doing On-Go. I'm going to try to finish that up real quick on probably Saturday night or Sunday night. Hopefully Saturday night. And then I'll do the rest of the reviews: One Piece, Fairy Tail, Sword Art Online, just the basic ones. But anyways, that's all for today. And before I go, I gotta say it. Can't stop the access, but you can watch the feed. I'll see you later, guys.